So coming back to this now, now I can begin to bring in some extra bits. So there could be other extra stems in here, and what I can do is go with my dark tone here. So I'm now defining that light stem, but I can also make a second stem because there is another stem in here. So I can make a second stem where there was just one, and this bit sort of defines this leaf, and we can even define extra bits of leaf in here. So again, this will define this leaf, but by leaving some of that undercolour showing, I can kind of suggest there's other leaves in here. So you're getting levels and areas, and I can use water with some of it, but it means that you end up getting extra areas in. You get a depth to those tones, so you're beginning to get extra things going on. I'm going to darken in completely here, but I can also bring a little bit of colour across this leaf, because if you look on the photo, it is in shadow here. So just while those two areas are wet, I can bring in the suggestion, and it's got a little vein down the centre. So you're beginning to give depth to this leaf, and we can do the same in here, very gently, just making sure those areas are still wet. Darkening up here, so that bit of leaf now goes into shadow, but it comes into light here. And I can bring some of that darkness into the background further. So again, it helps define these bells. You can be a bit neater than I am. So this dark is now defining these bells here. And I can either just run water above that, so it just softens, or I can do more work in here, and in actual fact I might want a little bit more dark up here. So again, just darkening in, just being really careful around the shape of those bells. So again, you can begin to see that. I hope you can see that jumping. And I can put water to one side, or I can leave it patchy, and that begins to bring depth into the bottom area. This bit of stem will need some shadow on it, so I'm just going to shade it top and bottom very gently. That was a bit dangerous. I can define him around this little flower. I should really switch to a smaller brush. And just sort of darken up. So that darkness will give depth to the base of the picture. And again, if I need anything extra, I can bring them in. Just darkening in here. This little bit of stem will need some tone on. I'm going to do it now. It probably would be better to wait. A little bit dangerous, that. Just making those bits go into shadow. That little bit there probably has some shadow on the left, right hand side of the stem. Maybe using a little bit of my other colour up the top, just defining some darkness behind. Again, it can be patchy, or it can go into water. So you're beginning to get that feeling of depth to your picture as you do these bits. Darkness in here. And again, just probably running into water at the top. And that gives this depth down here. You can see it beginning to work. If you need extra stems, there is sort of a stem here. So if I start to bring in a darker area here, and then I can go darker the other side of that, and that creates a stem. So you're creating a stem from the background tone. And we can do more on that after if we need. I'm just running out of my dark tone, and the dark tone down here. and I can run a little bit of the paler tone across here, maybe make a line through for the detail, and there's something going on here. I can define this a little bit more. I can bring some patchiness into the top, or I can do some wetty wet. But the more I've done on that, you're beginning to feel the depths beginning to come into this area. I will tweak this a little bit, and I will do a very short video that will tell you what I've done when I finish it. Okay.